Attack. It's inside. Hey, that's soft. Look like y'all laid down making pancakes. Easy.
Who better for the South Meck defensive line to learn from than a former Pro Bowler?
You know, the passion that my dad has is something surreal. It's one of a kind.
Maybe not.
Nice, Zach. You see that?
Because the elder Gilbert is doing what he can to pass that passion on to Zach.
You hear, that's your strong arm. You hear right here, you push, you turn him back in there.
Instilling the desire to be great.
No, Zach.
He expects a lot more out of me. You know, he expects me to not be like him, but be something better than him.
Not there. He's soft, so it's you playing soft.
As you would expect, Dad's a little bit harder on Zach in that defensive lineman group.
Put your hand back. I'm trying to go here, but you ain't letting me.
If only because he sees immense talent.
I want to step up to the plate and, you know, see him eye to eye.
And as tough as it can be at times playing for your father,
Good.
Zach relishes their time together, on and off the field.
We'll talk football, and then he'll be my dad. So the time that we have is priceless.
He's 6'4", 280 pounds, and benches more than 400 pounds. Defensive end Darian Roseboro looks more like a senior in college than high school. It's why he's one of the most heavily recruited players in the country, but he's cut his list to 6. North Carolina, NC State, Alabama, Clemson, Michigan, and Tennessee.
It's hard enough being a teenager, keeping up with your classes and playing football. Add in a constant stream of college recruiters and you can't blame anyone for being overwhelmed.
There was college coaches coming in. I was shuffling 3 and 4 at a time, coming to visit. He's handled it real well.
First couple offers, you enjoy your recruiting, but after that, you start getting burnt out on it, and it starts getting a little overwhelming, and that's when sometimes you have to tell coaches no.
You would think turning down some of the biggest programs in the country would be hard.
It's tough at first till you start getting aggravated and overwhelmed at, when you have messages coming up in the middle of the night when you're trying to sleep.
You can't blame the coaches for trying. Roseboro collected 125 tackles, 28 for a loss, and 11 sacks, and he looks like he could contribute to a top 25 program his freshman year. But he'll worry about that later.
College will come after that, but right now my main goal is winning a high school state championship.
Roseboro and the Lincolnton Wolves got close last year. They reached the 3rd round of the playoffs before falling to Reedsville. You don't want to tangle with Mason Veal on the football field or in a debate. The UNC-bound bruiser is one of the top tackles in the state and has dreams of one day handling a jury the same way he manhandles his competition at Ardrey Kell High School.
Not only is it nearly impossible to get by the 6'5", 290-pound left tackle on the field, it's also hard to win an argument against him, as his head coach is finding out the hard way.
I'm working my way into some touches this year. Let's just put it that way.
The future Tar Heel plans to study law in Chapel Hill and has found the skills required for each discipline aren't mutually exclusive.
It actually helps a little bit. A lot of especially O-line play is outthinking your opponent, knowing what the D-line, knowing what the defense is going to do next. So as far as keeping the mind sharp, it's good.
Enter a persuasive argument to try out a few trick plays that he's been studying in the off-season.
Fresno State had a nice hook and ladder this next year that I'm looking at, and San Francisco's run some left tackle screens. So tackle eligible stuff, getting up the field, just showing off my moves in space.
Coach? Absolutely not happy.
It's happening.
And like any good lawyer, Veal just won't take no for an answer.
It'll work in the game plan. There'll be a game where it'll work.
Head coach Adam Hastings has promised there will not be any design trick plays involving his star left tackle, but who knows? Maybe that's just meant to throw off opposing defenses.
Excitement was high as UNC Charlotte students, fans, and alumni came home to celebrate 49ers football.
We're so excited. Finally 10 years later, we have a team.
Our cameras captured thousands filling up McCall Richardson Field. It was a sellout game.
Now football is here, so it's just a whole different monster. It's a great time. All the alumni enjoying it.
Outside the stadium, people with no tickets camped out just to be part of the day.
I remember when we were here, they wanted a team so badly, even though we couldn't get one.
I'm so excited, but I've been waiting on this for years.
UNCC spent weeks creating a parking plan using lots and parking decks on campus. Today, leaders say they saw few parking or traffic issues.
Hey, how you doing there today?
And even though some fans parked in nearby shopping centers, businesses I called did not complain. In fact, the owner of this street stand saw it as a good thing.
Pretty good, pretty good. Look at the parking lot here.
He saw a spike in business today, and many say increased traffic from the games will bring an economic win for the entire city.
I think it's going to bring a lot of people back who had moved away.
At UNC Charlotte, Tina Terry, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Welcome to the Kentucky Horse Park. Welcome to the 2010 Alltech FEI World Equestrian Games. The 8 World Championship disciplines will bring the most talented competitors to Kentucky. These athletes will attract thousands to the Kentucky Horse Park during the 16 days. Yet it's these experiences outside the competition arenas that will get spectators to stay.
For me, the message is it was worthwhile. For the people who are watching, the message is, wow, come on out here. You don't know what you're missing.
Why not? Who knows if the World Games are ever going to come back to the U.S., and it may be the only chance you ever get.
With the grounds pass, your options are endless.
The $25 to come out and do this, to be able to walk around, you know, and just check everything out, it's quite an experience. I think families would love it.
The Alltech experience, one of 5 areas spectators are able to walk through, combines fun with science.
Love the dancing. The kids sat out there forever.
For both the novice and the expert, the Equine Village reminds spectators this international event is also a learning experience.
It's just not often that you can go to one place and learn how to go back home and work with your horses.
For the shopper, the trade show.
In 2006, when the Kentucky Horse Park was awarded the game, state leaders worked quickly to showcase the uniqueness of the Bluegrass State. This is the Kentucky experience.
Make your own bourbon bottles, sample bluegrass wine, and even if you're from Kentucky, you'll walk away knowing something new.
We have a sweater that General Patton wore in the 1912 Olympics when he placed 3rd in the steeplechase part of the first ever pentathlon that they had during an Olympics.
As our experience ends, another begins. 2014 in Normandy. Cooking demonstrations are offered daily in the French Pavilion.
I can see that they're just as excited about 2014 as we were about this year in 2010 and the games coming here.
It's been way more, frankly, way more than we anticipated. And you plan, you're going to throw a party. Will the people come? Well, guess what? They've come and they're enjoying themselves, and we've got 15 days to go.
Covering the World Equestrian Games, Nicole Pence.